use. Here is a sneak preview of their trick. I'm gonna just stand over here. I call this the ninja bomb, and so here it is. That's the ninja bomb.
So if you've made it from Nilda's channel, or you're joining us back, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be teaching you guys how to do the ninja bomb or the Nightcrawler effect. So the first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be bringing over our files into our sequence. We're going to be clicking down here and making sure that we drag our file onto the timeline. Now there's three things we're going to need on this timeline. We're going to be needing a clear background. We're also going to be needing the footage where he's currently talking and going to be disappearing, and lastly we're going to be needing the footage where he's going to be appearing again. Now you'll see that I'm busy cutting the footage down and making sure that everything is right and where I need it to be. So this is the first part of the footage where you can see I'm going to be trimming it down to a point where it's now going to be, it's going to allow us to make sure that he disappears at a particular part. I'm going to just be scaling this up quickly to make sure that we get the best bang for buck. Also just going to move it up a bit, making sure that the video is as close as possible to make the impact of the effect as good as we can. And the screen recorder that I used dropped a few frames, so I do apologize for that. So this is the point where I want to make him disappear, so I'm going to be cutting that over there. I'm going to be just deleting the part there where he ran across, because I don't need that. So I'm just going to be clicking that and deleting it, making sure there's a gap there. And that's where he appears again. So I'm going to be trimming this down by pushing C on the keyboard to get the cut tool, then pushing V to get the pointer tool or the selection tool. And I'm going to be just trimming it down so that I have what I need. You'll see that this part here, I'm going to quickly unlink it. I don't need the volume or the voiceovers for that part there. That's the part of where we will see just the background. I'm going to be putting it on a different layer, a different track for video. We're going to be quickly scrolling back and taking it to the beginning of the clip. I'm going to be finding a part where he throws his ninja bomb down to the ground. That's where I want to start the disappearing act, and I'm going to be starting the effect. So there we go. That's the precise point. I'm going to be moving the top track to the beginning of that. I'm then going to be selecting it, going over to the opacity, creating a keyframe, taking that down to 0. And then I'm going to be moving 5 frames forward and putting it to 100% so that the top track is visible. Now if we land up, sorry, I'm going to have to fix that part there quickly. I said it's set on 1%, so we'll make it to 0. If I play this back, you'll see now that the effect is starting to make sense, right? Now we're going to have to push it across and make a bit of space so that we can bring the other track in. I'm just going to take this opportunity to explain the sequence of events to you guys quickly. So far we've cut up the single sequence, the single clip. We've cut up the single video recording clip into 3 different clips now. We've got the clip where he's talking and he throws the bomb down and he disappears. We've got a clip where everything is clear, so it's just the background, and we've got a clip where he appears again. Now the reason we need those 3 clips is so we can make the effect of him disappearing and appearing before we add the effects to the video. So here we go, we're going to move over now, get the track where he's going to appear again, move it closer. I'm going to now find the point of where I want him to appear. So you can see, there we go, just find the actual spot. And once we find the spot, I'm going to be trimming off all the excess that isn't necessary. So I'm going to cut it by using the cutter and then just triple delete to make sure it disappears. Now that I've got the specific part that I want him to appear in the video, we're going to do the same sequence of events that we did to the first one. I'm going to click the top track and I'm going to use our opacity filter once again. I'm going to create a keyframe for 100%. I'm going to move 5 frames forward. I'm going to create another keyframe and move it down to 0 so that he appears again. And voila! In a matter of seconds, you made him disappear from one spot and appear in another. Now that's all good and well, but let's take it up a notch. Let's start adding the effects. So let's go over to where we find all our content. Let's go to the effects. I'm using two overlays where the shockwave effect is happening. I just think it is more impactful this way. I'm going to speed this up, let's say 800%, just so that it fits the specific sequence that we're doing. Let's do this on 800% as well. There we go. Now we can see that the effect is in place. Now you see the screen is black, so we'll have to go over to the blend mode. Just make sure you're selecting the right layer first. So go back and select the effect that you want to do it, and then go back to the blend mode and choose subtract. And on both of them you can choose subtract, and then all that will remain is the smoke effect. Now if you go back and you choose screen, you can make the smoke white, or if you use subtract, you can make it black. For this particular effect in the background, we used the black effect, was a lot better. So now what we have to do is we have to move this effect over to him. So his center would be his waist. I'm going to just rotate this slightly so it covers most of his body. I'm going to select the second effect, move it over to his waist as well, and let's see if this works in this current scale and speed. So once again my screen recorder dropped a few frames there, but you'll see on the end results it worked out quite beautifully. Now I'm going to be adding some sound. So the first sound is a big knock, and the other one is giving like a crackling sound, which together they work quite well for the effect. So you'll see that the second clip needs to be moved up a bit because it starts a bit late. So I'm going to just move it up and trim it up so that we have it in sequence and in place. Once everything else is nicely trimmed up, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to just shorten the clips as well, the sound clips, as they are a lot too long, and it's going to get in the way of the second part of the effect. So I'm just going to make this in size for the screen, trim it back so that we have enough space to work. Now it gets easier from here. From here all we have to do is copy the sound, copy the effect, move it over. So I'm going to highlight them all by holding down shift. I'm going to move them across and hold down alt before letting go of the left mouse button. That will duplicate everything once I've moved it. Now once it's in place, you'll see that the smoke is in the wrong spot, so I'm going to have to go back. I'm going to have to select it, move it over to his waist once again. The sizing is all good as I've corrected it the first time, and as easy as that, we've got a disappearing and appearing effect. I do suggest you guys all go and try it. Down in the description below you guys will find a link to where you can get the smoke effect. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to this part, I appreciate you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and the like button, which really helps my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.